Hi, everyone. We have author Patrice Rivers here, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself.
Hello, thank you so much for having me on your platform. I'm very, very excited. So, my name is Patrice. I am a nine-time published author, freelance writer, journalist, owner, and creator of That Rivers Girl brand, and most importantly, sickle cell advocate and survivor.
Yes. And how long have you been writing?
Actually, I've been writing since the age of 9. My gift really started at 9. I started writing creative stories and then poetry at the age of 15. So really, I've been writing poetry for a long time, but I didn't really, started out publishing my first book until 2012. So
Okay.
very, very excited. I've been writing for a long time.
Yes. And you're self-published?
I self-published 4 of my books, and then the first couple books I went to a independent publishing company. But self-publishing is I like it better.
Okay.
Thank
Congratulations.
you so much.
You're welcome. Now, tell me about your books.
Let's see. I'm gonna start with my poetry books. Written and published a total of 4 poetry books. Of course, the latest one came out last year, Valentine's Day. I love Scorn, which is one of my favorites in a way, because it's really short love poetry that everyone can relate to. The other 3 books is basically poetry, inspirational type poetry that people can relate to. It's encouraging, inspirational, motivational. So those are my poetry books. I wrote 2 fiction books. I don't really talk too much on my fiction books because I didn't, well, really take my time like I wanted to my fiction books, but hopefully I'll redo those books later on. But most likely, I'm promoting my children books more right now because it's about a little girl living with sickle cell. So definitely, that's what I'm really promoting, trying to push out the awareness of sickle cell. So I'm very excited about the Come Learn with Patricia book series.
Come Learn with Patricia book series. Nice. And what inspired you to write those books?
Actually, my inspiration behind those books is really my whole testimony living with sickle cell. And I spent a lot of my time, well, in the hospital between the age of 1 and 12. I spent a lot of those times in the hospital, in and out, in pain. And I really wasn't diagnosed with sickle cell until the age of 1. So
Mhm.
it was,
Okay.
I was
Yeah, I know the testing is different now, right? So now
yeah,
they automatically test,
they
but
know right
back
away.
then, yeah, they didn't. And how long did it take you to finish writing? Both of them.
Let's see, for both children books, it don't take me long. I want to say about once I get started, maybe 3 weeks, if
Okay.
even, because children books are really, short and, straight to the point, but of course, telling that story. So it don't really take me long to write my children books, which I'm happy about, versus fiction books. But yeah,
Yes.
it's about 3 weeks to a month, but it don't take me long at all. I don't think you can see it, but this is the first one, and then of course this is the second one. Patricia's visit to the hospital. Patricia's guardian angel. That's the first one.
Okay. And so I purchased a book for my son because, he has sickle cell and he wanted me to ask you, are you going to feature any boys
Yeah,
in the
that's a good
series?
question. That's a good question. For the Patricia series, I will be starting another children book after I complete this series. It's gonna be geared towards diversity in sickle cell, so it's gonna have boys. It's gonna be different culture backgrounds as well. I definitely would have a African American boy in that book. Definitely.
Okay, nice. And tell us where we can purchase your books.
You can definitely purchase my books on Amazon. Also, I like to advertise my publisher's website as well, innerchildpress.com. But a lot of people love going to Amazon, so of course they're gonna go there first. But yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely available on Amazon.
Tell us where we can find you on social media.
Very active on social media, definitely Instagram. That Rivers Girl Brand LLC, and it's THAT Rivers RIVERZ Girl GURL Brand LLC on Instagram. Also, my Facebook page, Come Learn with Patricia series, or you can like my author page on there, Rivers Patrice, on
Okay.
there as well.
Thank you. And is there anything else that you would like to tell us about your children's books?
Um, it's definitely, I really enjoy writing a children book, and it's more than a children book, it's educational tool as well. After each of my children books, I have a workbook section of it where I ask questions, educate people more on sickle cell. I also have resources as well, so they can, look, research about sickle cell. I have a crossword puzzle in the second book, not crossword search puzzle at the end, and so I want to kind of include that as well in the children book. So
Okay.
I'm definitely looking forward to promoting it,
Yes,
hopefully.
it's a great book.
Yes.
Um, and how do you think being a writer has helped you as a person?
As a person, well, definitely as a freelance writer, I guess tapping into my creativity, especially with poetry, because writing it at a very, very early age is very therapeutic. And writing itself is very therapeutic. And I'm always practicing my craft daily, either on my platform, other people's platform I write for, or even through poetry or writing books is always something to practice and learn from. So it's very therapeutic, and I'm always learning new things about writing.
Okay. And have you ever experienced writer's block?
A lot of times, like recently, right now, I'm starting a new year, write for other magazines, and I just wasn't really feeling contributing or writing articles online. And the last time I wrote for one particular magazine, it was last year, November. So I'm just now getting back into freelance writing and writing articles, unless doing an interview with somebody. But articles itself, I'm just starting back, getting into the group of things. But poetry, the same thing. I'm just now getting to the, vibe of writing poetry right now. So there's a time where I do have writer's block.
Okay.
So I just let it run its course. And when I feel like writing again, I just take off.
Okay. And do you have any tips for any aspiring authors?
Definitely. If you want to be an aspiring author or publish your first book or poetry or whatever it is, just, stay focused, just write. It doesn't have to make sense. Just grab your journal, grab your notebook, and just really just go for it. Stay focused and just be consistent. If it's something you're passionate about, definitely be consistent and stay focused.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Now, I did not know that you wrote poetry, right? So I'm
Yes.
gonna put you on the spot. You don't have to. But if you wanted to read one of your poems, you can.
Okay. All right. All right. So this poem is from the book titled Through My Lens. I'll just show you the book. This is the resale, the not for resale copy. I couldn't find the other copy. Okay. So this poem is called No Validation Needed. Not a second or a moment, his answer will never be late. Don't allow the distraction and negativity to disturb the presence of your joy. When we sometimes fall down and don't know what to do, all your pain and disappointments will start to restore. The power is only within the hearts and the soul that can never be taken away. Being a strong warrior, fighting against demon spirits, every time and everywhere, his spirit close by you day and night. So the world's approval isn't needed to be blessed with God's opportunities or to be blessed with miracles or to make new connections. The world doesn't have to validate no one or to hold group discussions or elections. God got you. So the world's approval and validation isn't needed when God is truly defeated. That's the end.
Nice. What do we do?
Thank
Thank you so much for sharing.
you.
And give us the name of that book again.
It's called Through My Lens, and they can find it on Amazon as well.
Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Patrice, for
Well, thank
joining.
you. You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, everyone. That was author Patrice Rivers telling us about her books. Make sure you go out and purchase a copy. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos below.